This might sound crazy, but gaming on a TV, like no console, just a smart TV, is actually becoming more feasible. Like if you think about it, there was a time when gaming on phones just meant Pac-Man, or before that, there was a time when gaming on laptops was just unfathomable. But smart TVs are getting better and better to the point where choosing a TV is no longer just choosing the size and the image quality, but rather the features and the interface and all these other things are so much more important. Recently, LG's been focusing quite a bit on their LG gaming portal, which allows you to play games directly on your LG TV or other LG devices I'll mention in a minute, and you don't have to plug a console in. This is the LG gaming portal built on WebOS that lets you play console, cloud, or casual games without external devices. So LG reached out to me to show me this new thing. They wanted to sponsor this video and they wanted to give away some free TVs. I'll explain how to win those later on in the video. But let's take a look at what the LG gaming portal actually is. So as long as you have WebOS 6.0 or newer, you can just turn on your LG TV and you can see right there, if I go over to gaming, you can open up gaming and that opens up the LG gaming portal. Within here, you can see we have a lot of really popular game apps. So Xbox is a pretty big one right there. You've got NVIDIA GeForce Now. You've got a lot of other ones over to the right. And of course, let me go down to that. You can see, Doodle Jump. I mean, obviously you can play much more intense games like Asphalt Legends, as you can see down here. Do I play Doodle Jump? Yeah, probably way more than I should. But there are a ton of games you can play on here. I'll dig into the games in just a minute, but I want to point out that LG TVs are the world's first to support 4K 120 Hz with HDR cloud gaming via the native GeForce Now. So you can see GeForce Now over on the left right here. Where is it? There it is right there. That pretty much sets the new benchmark for immersive, high-performance streaming experiences. And digging a bit deeper into the LG gaming portal, if I go to the left, you can see I can search for games. I can see all games. You can play with remote. You can play with gamepad. So there's different ways you can actually interact with the games. If you just want to use the Magic Remote, which I have right here, you're totally able to do that and play, a ton of games like that. If you wanted to connect a gamepad, so if you wanted to connect, there's some compatible ones. I could show them on screen, but basically like Xbox controllers, there's a number of other ones that connect and work really well with this. So you can play, games in something that's a little bit more advanced than just a controller, but hey, this controller does work quite well as I've been using. And as we scroll through these, you can see the games really span from heavy-hitting AAA cloud games to some quick casual titles. And this is nice because now you don't need to have extra space for a console underneath, or maybe if this is like in another room, for example, and you just have a TV in there, maybe like a party room, and you want to play some games with a party, you can absolutely do that. And you don't have to bring in like a shelf and put like your Xbox over there and stuff like that. We've got, of course, Fortnite on here. Assassin's Creed is on here. And if I scroll down, you can see connected gamepads. You can actually use your phone as a gamepad as well. So connected mobile gamepad is another option. And we can also control the sound out. So if you wanted to wear headphones or use different sound bars or something, different options for that. Obviously, depending on what TV you're using, you may already have really great speakers on there. And as you can see, there are a ton of free games recommended here as well. And under each game, as you can see right there, there's a little icon for what you'd want to use for the game. So like the remote's fine down here. You'd want to get like a proper controller for this game or a gamepad for this game. And of course, we also have reviews and age rating as well down there. And for any game that you like, so Assassin's Creed right here, I could just go and add it to my game so it's a little bit easier to access in the future, or you can just go ahead and play it right now. If I go down to play with remote, there's games that are specifically designed to be playable on this remote, and you can kind of find them, say, all right, I'm looking for like arcade games if you're trying to find like a simple Pac-Man style thing, or some puzzle games if maybe you have a party and you want to play with everybody. There's simulation games, RPG, action, like tons of different options for what kind of games you could play on here. And you can do the same with gamepad over there. So let's dig into some games and see how they actually perform on here. One of them is going to be Asphalt Legends. You can see right here. I'll also get into the Quest of Sunflower and I'll get into Volley. We'll find that one in a minute. But let's start off with Asphalt Legends. I'm just going to play this one just with my my remote right here, my Magic Remote. I'm going to play. I'll select play now. And the Magic Remote, as you can see right here, is what I'm going to be using to play this game. Of course, you can point, as you can see, this nice little pointer just based on how I aim the remote at the screen. And if I need to like readjust it, I can just go to the edge and like redefine my edges. And it works really well like that. We've also got, of course, in the middle, a little wheel that you can also press for OK. You've got the circle around it for an up, down, left, and right. And we've got other normal controls you'd expect on a TV that are not as relevant for playing a game, like volume and channel selecting. All right, so current control mode is the remote, and we are going to say, okay, let's play this. And as I mentioned before, I'll be playing with the remote, but you could play these games with either the mobile app, you can download that and use it as a mobile gamepad, or for the optimal experience for something like Asphalt, you'll probably want to connect a gamepad, some other controller, just, gives you more controls, nice ergonomic. If you're playing for a longer time, it's kind of nice to have that option anyway. But that's going to be recommended for smoother gameplay. Like I said, I'm just going to use the Magic Remote for this one. Oh yeah, and all cars and maps are unlocked within Asphalt on the LG gaming portal. I'm going to choose New York Sightseeing. I'll explain why in a minute. And I'm going to go with this car right here. So you can see the controls right here. I'm going to say okay. There's a different way you could set it up if you wanted manual controls as well over in settings. All right, so how are the graphics on this? I mean, it seems to be keeping up pretty well. You guys can be the judge. Like, you can see for yourselves here how it's actually performing. I'm definitely impressed. I did not expect just a smart TV to be able to manage these graphics as good as it is. That's Asphalt right there. Playing that with just a TV, like the graphics, definitely pretty impressive. This is definitely... I mean, imagine this several years ago. This would just not be possible. I mean, it's nice that this is free. There's a lot of games that are free. You can unlock them after viewing ads, and they give you the option in the beginning if you want to just watch one like 30-second ad and then play for a pretty long time. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice you could do that. And I want to check out The Quest of Sunflower. You can see the titles right there. I can play it. So the second game I want to check out is called The Quest of Sunflower. This is actually an LG WebOS Hackathon 2024 winner, which was built exclusively for WebOS. This one's a little more laid back as an adventure game. It's good for all ages. This one's also powered by AI, so the narrative is dynamic. It'll adapt throughout the game based on what you do, and which is pretty interesting, making it a little bit more unique. And as I mentioned, this is optimized for WebOS specifically. So the graphics, performance, and integration across LG TVs and smart monitors should be pretty solid. And the third one I want to highlight is called Volley, which is kind of a cool way to experience some like voice-controlled games if you're into that. It could be great for a party environment or just if you're playing in the living room and, I don't know, you want to get a couple other people involved. This is a voice-first gameplay, so players can interact using just natural voice commands. And Volley's known for bringing classic like quiz show style formats to a party style experience on the smart TV. So let's talk about how you can actually win those free TVs. There's two events going on right now. I mentioned them earlier in the video. I kind of showed one of them a little bit. So event one is the Asphalt Speed Challenge. So it's an ongoing event until December 17th. The Asphalt Speed Challenge is running on Instagram, X, and Reddit, and the winner is going to be announced on December 30th. There are several prizes. One person's going to win a 75-inch LG TV, and two winners are going to receive a 55-inch LG TV. Details on how to enter are going to be in the description down below. And by the way, earlier when I said I was going to play with that car and that map, the reason I was doing that is because that's how you can enter to win event number one. So you have to follow, well, like I said, I'll have everything down below, but you have to follow LG Ultra Gear on Instagram. Then you go on any LG TV. Honestly, it doesn't even have to be yours. You go on a friend's. You open up the LG gaming portal. You play Asphalt Legends Unite. Make sure you choose New York Sightseeing and the car that I showed you. And you can play in either manual or touch drive, doesn't matter. And then all you have to do is upload a story or post your LG TV screen with the final score showing your lap time to Instagram and tag LG Ultra Gear and add the hashtag #PlayAsphalt on LG TV. Again, it's explained in the description down below, but it's free to enter and you can actually increase your chance of winning by tagging a friend, and you can also join across multiple platforms as well. Event 2, to also play games for a chance to win an LG TV. This is an upcoming event. It is going to be starting on December 18th and runs through January 14th. This one is super easy. You just play any game on the portal and take a photo of the gaming portal home screen on your TV and then post it by uploading to Reddit, Instagram stories, or X with the hashtag LG Gaming Portal. And again, prizes, you got some massive prizes. 75-inch and 55-inch LG TVs are all up for grabs. So I hope you enter and win the 75-inch LG TV or the 55s. That would be pretty awesome as well. But leave a comment and let me know what you think about the LG Gaming Portal and just TVs getting smarter in general. I think it makes so much sense. Like, phones really got so much more powerful in the past several years, and it only makes sense that TVs are really getting powerful as well. And playing games without needing a console, I think for a lot of casual gamers, could absolutely be the move. And as I said before, this could also be great for having multiple setups throughout your house without having multiple consoles throughout your house. Maybe just TVs in other rooms could be fun for playing games even just during a party, for example. So links will be in the description that explain how to enter to win those LG TVs. Good luck in the events, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.